Hey, Frank. Oh, good morning, everybody. Running a little bit late this morning because I went down and did a ship, and the ship was kind of cold and slow, and I froze my fingertips off. Still haven't got the feeling fully back in my fingertips. I might have, what do you call it? Screwed them up. Snow bite, snow, and but hopefully they'll come back. Feeling will come back in the tips of my fingers. Hey, Johnny, how's it going? How's it in the snow belt down there, Johnny? Good, I hope. Hey, Brenda, good morning. Yeah, like I said, I'm a little bit late coming on because I went down and flew a ship in minus 14-degree weather.
What's up, Paul?
Hey, how you doing?
Uh, Getting through this cold ass weather down here. Oh,
Yeah, I went out and flew this morning. I just got back and trying to get my fingertips to warm up. They're numb. Um, it was minus 14 degrees down in the water with a wind.
you're a lot colder than I am. We're like right at the feels like temperatures right below freezing, and it's cloudy and it hasn't stopped raining for 2 days. Like literally has not stopped at all. It's
Yeah,
just
that's
been
what Brenda
constant
was
rain
saying.
for
It's
2 days,
cold down there in southern Florida.
and there's a breeze, a freezing ass breeze that just cuts through your clothes. But it's just been raining nonstop. It has not stopped for 2 days. I have not seen a single break in the rain.
Wow.
What's up, Jody, Johnny, Brenda? What's up, Joel? Yeah, it's been pretty cold for Florida. And it's just a cloudy, dreary day outside.
Yes, it is. It's not a cloudy day here. As you can see, we got little peaks of blue in the sky, but not
Oh no, it's just been solid wall-to-wall clouds here for 2 days now. I haven't seen the sunlight since the day before yesterday.
oh, that's we had like a week and a half of that. Um, Here comes Captain Joe.
Where you been? Flying?
Yeah, I went out and flew, froze my noogies off. It was
Yeah,
minus
you could have it.
14, minus 17 to minus 14 degrees down by the water with a 28 and 30 mile an hour wind.
Yeah, that's not good for the drone.
Not good for the pilot either.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
we woke up to 11 degrees this morning.
Oh, wow.
see, Joe, when you wear gloves with no fingertips, it's like a condom with no head. It don't really give you that much protection.
Yeah, because
I know I wear
I had the fingertips cut out because of the feeling. You want to feel the controls, you know?
yeah, I wear the same kind of gloves when I'm out with photography because I got to feel the buttons.
Yep.
And I tell you what, you're right. Any of your fingers suck.
They actually have gloves that are specially made for that, that give you a real feel
Yeah, but they're
at the
still
tip.
they're still too thick. I
Yeah,
tried that.
they do make gloves like that because I had a pair that were touch sensitive, they called them,
Yeah,
and didn't work so hot. And I was
yeah,
tapping on the screen, and
yeah. I
Yeah,
had
but
the same thing.
if you're
Go
gonna
ahead.
buy a
Go ahead.
pair, I'm saying if you're gonna buy a pair of gloves like that, you buy a name brand professional pair. There's a lot of
Yeah,
off-brand shit ones on Amazon. I'm sure there's a
yeah.
company out there that makes them.
My thing is the thickness of them because the buttons are so close on the camera. I'll be not focusing things, and I'll think I'm focusing things, and so
I'm
it's better
sure
just
there's,
to freeze.
because I'm sure there's a company out there that probably makes high-end ones that work really well. You just figure out what brand that is.
Well, the touchscreen worked perfect on them. It was just that they were too thick. At one button, it would hit the button
well,
next
yeah,
to it.
you
To hit the
don't have
button next to it.
you don't have the feel like on the controller you got the wheel up here and a wheel over here on the controllers, and you just can't feel. You got to be able to feel it.
Now on the controller, I could get used to it on the controller. But like I said, with the phone, I got three buttons right next to each other. When I press one button, it's press another button. It's so thick.
Yeah, yeah. I'll have to look into that, Justin. See if they've gotten better.
Well, I'm saying, I'm sure one of the camera companies or somebody's got to make a high-end pair that's
Yeah,
actually
somebody
worth
got
a
to have a
shit.
good set. Hey, Brenda, Joel, Jody.
I don't know who it'd be, but I'm sure there's probably
Yeah, I can't
somebody
remember
out
anybody
there.
that makes them. Johnny, what's up?
There's got to be some kind of company out there that makes a high-end pair that's actually made with real good materials and shit.
Go fly the tugboat, Johnny. Yeah, I wish I got out to the tugboat. I forgot. I didn't even think about that with the snow on it.
So how many how
It
many inches
probably don't.
how many inches did you end up getting, Joe?
Got about 7. New Orleans is the most New Orleans ever got was in 1895, 10 inches, and they're saying they think it's a possibility to beat it. Now I know my cousin's mother-in-law had a ruler, an 18-inch ruler in the backyard, and she was at 13 inches.
Ah,
Now that's Metairie. The official site is New Orleans International Airport. Now that's not even New Orleans. That's way out. It's like
yeah.
12 miles away. But that's the official site, which don't make sense. Make
Well,
the
and the other
official
thing
site right
too
in the
is
middle of New Orleans.
is down south. You guys aren't used to handling snow. I just saw a report on the TV before I went down there. The guy was standing next to a car on the street down in Jacksonville, Florida, and it was snowed over.
Is
Yeah,
it true? Somebody messaged me that they saw on Johnny's show that that Quinn guy passed away.
yeah, he passed away. Bill.
Anybody confirm that?
Apparently, I think it was Dusty. Maybe
Yeah, but did
I
it?
think somebody contacted Dusty and he let somebody know.
Uh,
East Coast.
I was gonna say because I don't know if anybody actually had any personal contact with him outside of YouTube. At least I don't know.
Yeah,
I
no,
haven't
I
looked.
think the family contacted somebody.
Hmm.
And that's what Johnny said. He said he said somebody contacted him. He couldn't remember who it was,
Uh,
but he hadn't been in a while.
well, everybody
And he was
thought the
going through.
only
I know he
reason
was going through chemo and all kind of stuff.
well, the only reason I asked that is because somebody thought he died months ago, and then it turned out he was in somebody's chat a day later. So that's why I was
Yeah,
asking.
ask Dusty. What was it? Bill Quinn Dynasty, Chin Dynasty. Was it you that he contacted, or they contacted that he passed away? See, I thought that's what Johnny said. Thought he said. I don't even think Johnny remembered who it was.
Yeah, because somebody back in like what was it, like November, said it was either October or November, thought he passed away, and then it turned out he
Yeah,
showed
he
up in
showed up in the
somebody's
chat.
chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was putting stuff on Facebook every now and again. But he did say that he didn't have long, didn't he?
Yeah.
I was just wondering,
You
maybe,
know what you know what my biggest problem about this snow is? I should have went and pushed it off my car when it was soft.
Yeah, because it froze.
I don't know. I think it's still soft. But I'm gonna
See,
probably
that's
go
a-
down in a little while with a broom and try to get it off.
Get it,
See,
yeah. If you've got one of those push brooms, they work really good for that.
Well, I
like
got a
Doug-
broom I could use. It's not a push broom.
Dusty's saying he had just heard it on Art's show. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody actually had any personal contact with him, like outside of YouTube.
Well,
So
if Art said it might not be true. I don't know.
that's why I was curious if that was actually, because like I said, there was rumors going around months ago, and then it turned out it wasn't true. So
Yeah, I don't know.
Lee Scott put a video on this morning. He's had snow as well.
Yeah. Well, they finished that igloo they made outside. I need to go get a picture of it. It's taller than me.
Really?
well, that's not very
Yeah,
big.
they got it
then.
where I could probably go stand inside it. Who said what?
Justin, that was good.
What did he say?
Justin said that won't be very big then.
If you could, in other words, he was hinting that you're just a little guy.
YMCA. YMCA.
Yeah.
I looked at it. They did a good job on it too. They took an ice chest, and because my daughter was calling saying she couldn't even make a snowman because it was still soft.
Yeah.
Well, somebody
And
found their
because
caller.
it was powder snow, so we got nothing but powder. And they took it, and they put it in a styrofoam chest, and then they turned it upside down and just tapped on it. And it came out in blocks.
Somebody figured out that they were an artist. Didn't realize they were that good with the snow.
Yeah, it looked good. Well, I watched them for a few minutes. It was too damn cold to watch them. But we woke up to 11 degrees, and we're at 19 now.
Mine is showing -1 degree
Dusty.
at
we
9:42 a.m.
went up a little bit. It's 43, but feels like 34. It did feel like 31 earlier.
Yeah, we've got
Feels like
5
that,
degrees today.
Well, our high today is supposed to be
Drop
34.
to 3. Oh, we're at our high. It's going to drop to 3.
But you go outside and there's just like a constant breeze, and it just cuts right through your fucking clothes.
And we're gonna be 34 and then drop down to 20 again tonight. So they're
Yeah.
really not expecting any of this to start thawing until Thursday afternoon.
We're not going to get any heat because tonight it's supposed to be, or tomorrow it's supposed to be a low of 40, but a high of 46. So it's not much difference. Like we're just not getting any sunlight at all. It's been just wall to wall clouds for 2 days now, nonstop rain. The rain has not given up. It's either just been pouring or it's just a constant drizzle. Usually we don't get rain for really long periods like that. Usually it's, you get it for a few hours and it goes away.
Yep. Only reason I want to get my car working is because I can go down the road and try to fly those duck ponds, but I don't even feel like going.
Well,
I
that's
don't know
the
how the
other
road
thing.
is.
And you can't afford to flop on your back either.
No. Well, it's not. We don't have ice on the ground. We have no ice. Like I said, the only ice I did have yesterday was going, them walking in and up the stairs, was leaving snow and it was melting and putting ice on the stairs. So they went out there yesterday and scraped all the stairs off.
Sarah threw a whole cup of ice out when she left this morning for work. I got back to the house, it was still on the grass. Any other time of the year, that ice would have been gone within like 20 minutes.
TJ.
Well, there's nothing on Bill's Facebook since the end of October when people were wishing him happy birthday.
Wow.
So yeah, there was rumors going around that time, but I don't think anybody ever actually confirmed it. But then he showed up in somebody's chat the next day, so I kind of answered
Yeah.
everybody's question. But what's up, Al? What's up, TJ? JD?
Al, what's up? Oh, they're showing I-10 right now at Airline, at Airline Highway. That ain't Airline Highway. Oh. What's that? 17th Street. No. That's a goofy sign. I don't know what it means. It's the writing on the top of the picture. But it doesn't tell me where it's at. It looks like Causeway and I-10. Yeah, it's Causeway and I-10. Look at the skyline in the back. But I mean, whatever snow they got, the 10, 11 inches, whatever it is, whole interstate's covered with that. No cars on it at all in New Orleans.
Everybody's staying home.
Yeah, they're showing it's the roads. It's just solid. It looks like somebody went through it, but you can't even see the road. It looks like it's got to be at least 10 inches.
Well, you guys don't have snowplows or anything down there, right?
Actually, we have 13 of them right now. They came from Arkansas. They sent them down.
Oh, okay.
And last night, this is the best part about it. Last night they were going to clear off the Crescent City connection that crosses the city over the Mississippi River. They came over and they plowed it and cleaned it, and it's back to where it was.
You know, those guys are making
Spencer,
some
they
money
cleaned
right
it.
now.
Yeah, those overtime.
Well, because they didn't just send them trucks down. Them drivers came down with them.
Oh yeah, they're making money.
They're gonna be making some money going out of state and everything. They're gonna be getting per diem and everything else.
Yeah, the best part about it, like I said, they cleaned it, and it's just as bad today as it was yesterday.
I'm sure Florida had to borrow snow plows too from somebody.
They were borrowing them from Atlanta, and then Atlanta turned around and said we need them back.
Problem is you can't really keep that kind of shit in your inventory for that one time it may happen at some point.
Yeah.
Because it's just like you'll get no. Now they could buy plows and have trucks that can be converted to snow plows if need be, because you could have a bunch of plows in storage.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't want to buy like actual trucks that are made just for doing that. It's a
All
lot
they
of
need
money.
is the attachment on the front of the trucks.
Yeah. Those you could definitely keep in storage for long periods without them getting all messed up and shit. But you wouldn't want to buy a bunch of snowplow trucks that are just made for just doing that.
Yeah.
Because honestly, if they had like an attachment for like a lot of the trash trucks, those would probably make decent snowplows. They got
Yeah,
a lot
there's
of
some
power.
places in the country where they, the trash trucks have plows underneath them.
That's what I'm saying. Those would make good plows because they got a lot of power. Those trucks are pretty beefy. Yeah, that's the
And
thing too.
sunshine right now would be pretty out there.
That's the thing. These northern states can't really afford to send too many of their trucks away because they're getting slammed right now with snow too.
Well, my son in North Carolina, I called up and talked to my daughter-in-law, and my son texted me and said, "Oh, don't talk about the snow," because she was mad because she was up there and not down here, and they weren't getting any, and they finally got some last night. I don't know how much they wound up with,
Oh, so
but
she
they were out in
wanted
the
the
yard.
snow?
She wanted it, because she's from here,
Oh, okay.
and they got it last night up in New Bern. I don't know how much they wound up getting, but they had pictures of the dog, a big Australian Shepherd, and this dog was going crazy in the snow, running around. My son was running around too. She says, Luna's having a blast in her first snow. And I said, I thought you were talking about Nick, my son, because he was running around with the dog.
TJ. JD.
JD, what's up?
Al.
Yeah. Yeah, Johnny was on this morning. I was on the show for a little while. And his field right next door to him, it's like a double lot. Nobody walked in that thing, and it's got 8 inches of snow just laying there, beautiful.
Really?
Yeah, they're still picking up snow in New Orleans, some of the announcers, some of the reporters, and they're reaching down, and that stuff's still powdery.
Shit, half
not
our
frozen.
students didn't even show up today for school.
Yeah, that
Half
got a message.
Well, we're still shut down.
we were missing half our kids on our bus today. And we didn't
The
even get
bad
any
part
snow.
is they have to cancel the game tonight. It's a district game because they're not in session. They can't play the game. That's the way it
Oh,
works.
in other words, if the schools are closed, they can't play?
They can't play. So this is a district game, and he was telling me the other day. He said, "We got to reschedule it." I said, "Well, just tell me the date. Tell me the date." And the next game's Friday night. Friday night we should be able to play. They're showing the lakefront in New Orleans with the levee system. And the levee system, I bet you. See, people should have been out there. That levee, they could have been sliding down that levee.
So the feel like temperature here by 5 o'clock PM is going to be a negative 10 degrees.
Wow.
Yeah.
You have your generator ready to go just in case the power goes out, Paul?
I got a generator. I haven't started it in a while.
That's what I'm saying. You might want to get that started and running and get it moving around just in case you need to use it. Because you really haven't had any serious snowfall in quite a while.
That's for sure.
Because the last couple of years, it really hasn't been as bad up there. But then they say like the winter, like that band of like winter weather has moved more east.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
moving east.
It's up the East Coast.
I'm saying like just every year it's moved a little bit farther east where it's dropping snow and stuff, I think. What they said. Kind of like
It's
how
actually dropped down right along the Gulf Coast too. That band coming in because we've been getting all the storms right across the Gulf this year.
Yeah, kind of like how the tornado alley has moved over the years.
Yeah.
It's not the same areas anymore. Like that kind of shit shifts around the country over time.
Yeah. Well, Johnny was saying this morning that the guy he looks at, it's not Ryan Hall, it's another guy, was talking about that. Don't get over this because they said there's another one coming down. If we get another one, that'd be crazy. But that happened a few years ago. I can't remember what year it was, but it was it. I think I was in New Orleans at the time, so it had to be before 2000. That we had snow back to back within about a week apart. Happened twice within about 10 days. But it wasn't, it was just a dusting twice.
You know the doctors, mate, you answer the whole lapping, having a buzz. When you've already not having back 5 days on the bounce, and then your colleagues will hung up on it, and then you bring it.
Jody says it's -17 by him.
That's professional, isn't it? When you want to be smarmy with me.
I remember last year up there where Ron was at, it was like,
Whole lapping.
fuck, dude, it was like -60 or some shit.
Wow.
And we were exactly 100 degrees apart from what it was in
Wow.
Florida to what he was. I remember that.
Yeah, Ron gets some nasty weather up there.
Yeah, it gets real fucking cold up where he's at.
Well, I would imagine Lloyd's got to have cold temperatures too.
But he wasn't getting any snow. He got it week before.
Yep.
Did you see that a week before, when Lloyd got it, they were saying we could possibly get it. So it could, if it would have come a little shifted, we'd have had back-to-back weeks. So I'm saying if there's another one coming down, it's still coming our way.
That's
I really
definitely
want
not.
to get over to the stadium before it thaws out and get a picture of the stadium in the snow. But I'm
Like
not
here-
driving in this unless I can.
Like here, it wouldn't be so bad outside if that wind wasn't blowing. Like, but that shit's just cutting right through your damn clothes. It's just been this constant fucking like 15, 20 mile an hour winds of like gusts of winds coming through. And then there's just a constant like 5 mile an hour breeze that's just continuous. But other than that, it's not as bad as other places right now for sure. But without having any sunlight neither for the last 2 days, I haven't had time to really warm up at all. Oh, did you hear about those guys that went to Antarctica, the flat earthers? The ones that got paid all that money to take a trip there
No.
so they could see the 24-hour sun because they didn't believe it existed. And then they filmed it, and then these two flat earthers like admitted that they were wrong and everything. And then their whole community fucking turned on them. Started saying that they were in on the conspiracy. It was nothing but a big green screen. That they were in this massive globe studio, like the dome in Vegas. Started trying to say they were in a big dome like that, and it was all. And the guy used a DJI drone. It was like I think a Mini 3 or a Mini 4, and he flew it. And their theory was because the drone kept beeping, like he flew it back behind him, and the guy was walking with the drone, but it kept beeping because of the obstacle avoidance. Well, when it got closer to the guy, their theory was it was getting close to the wall where the green screen was. But the guy was standing right next to it, so yeah, it was funny as shit. I watched this whole thing on it. But these people got paid $30,000 like to go up to Antarctica and everything. Like got their whole trip paid for. It was like 30 grand a person or some shit. And so these people all raised this money up and paid for these two big flat earthers that were like big guys in the community to go up there. Yeah, now their whole community's turned on them, and now they think they're in on the conspiracy. Like, Jesus Christ.
Everybody's got a conspiracy going, huh?
Yeah, some of the shit they were coming up with to try to debunk it was funny as hell.
Here you go, Paul. That's in front of my apartment complex. That's on 190 at 22. I live right about here.
Wow.
And then you go to this one, that's I-12, east one, now I thought I had another one.
It doesn't look
This
like a
is-
lot of people on the highway, does it?
No, that's I-12, about a mile from it, going north. I'm this way, underneath.
How are you even working today, Dusty? Well, at least I don't know about your area, but if you were in my area, there's no way in hell you'd be able to work today.
Look at that crap. Yeah, the
At least not
service
doing
road looks
cement.
like it could be open. Cause that's what I gotta get on. I gotta go from here to about right there, just there to there.
Did they fall off? No, yeah, it didn't fall off, but it was pretty funny. I'll see if I can find a video that I ran across the other day. Ah, here we go. You guys want to watch it pertaining to the drone shit and give your own opinion on it. There you go. There's the link in the chat. It's a little over an hour long, but yeah. It's funny, their whole community was like, yeah, go up there, get all this evidence for us. As soon as they got the evidence and it went against what they believed in, all of a sudden those two guys were fucked up. Their whole community was like, fuck them. I was like, Jesus. I don't know. You guys can look at the drone footage, and you guys that are still on the drones, you look at that footage about the drone and make a, you'll see what I was talking about.
Huh. So you're saying there is a flat earth or there isn't?
No, the two guys that went up there were big flat earthers. Like they were big in the community as far as that community goes.
Yeah.
They were like respected guys in their community, but then they went up there because some scientists said, we'll give you 30, pay for the trip up there. It was like $30,000 a piece for them to go up there. They paid for their trip up there. They realized, yeah, we're probably wrong, and this isn't actually a thing. And they kind of admitted that on their video, but then their whole community turned on them after that and said that they were part of it, like pretty much trying to say they're part of the conspiracy now. I just don't understand, like, what's the end game? Why lie to everybody and say the Earth's flat? That doesn't make any sense to me. What's the end game of that? What does that change anything about the way we're living on Earth? I don't understand that whole conspiracy. It doesn't make any sense to me. And we all know that if that many people were involved in it, somebody from the governments would have came forward at some point and said, "Oh yeah, we're all lying to you."
You can't keep a secret like that.
You think all these governments around the world are just keeping it a big, massive secret like that together? Like I said, what's the point? What's the end game? It makes no sense. I mean, countries can't even agree on basic shit, let alone something like that. I mean, it don't make any sense to me. And there hasn't been like a single actual scientist come forward and like, you know, stuck up for them and said, "Oh yeah, you guys might be right."
Yep. The conspiracies are abound.
Like it's hard enough to believe something like the moon landing was fake because how many people were involved in that? But now you're talking about millions of people around the world involved in a big conspiracy and nobody's come forward. Come on now.
Hey, Paul, look
Yeah.
at this. Okay? I wanna know where Joe's left hand is. I wanna know what he's doing with that hand on that side. Maybe he got him a cheek. Cause she got a little smirk on there.
Well, that's her full-time bitch face right there.
Yeah. But
Well,
he's not standing next to Jill. They must be mad. And he got his hand on her cheek, probably.
Yeah, because she's not president anymore.
Yeah.
Well, from what they were saying, and I don't know if it's true or not, but they said that his wife was super pissed that they pushed him out.
Oh yeah.
Like she's got a lot of resentment towards their party over that.
Well, she was the actual person that was president behind him because she controlled what was going on.
Well, they've said that about every first lady. They were talking about when Bush was in the White House, his wife like got on the cooks about what they gave to him. Like they weren't allowed to give him sweets and shit. Like we all know the first ladies are running shit in there. I don't really care anymore. Their era's over. It's done with.
Yep.
His career is pretty much done. I mean, and I'm surprised that they're saying she's gonna run for governor, whether that's true or not. But most people that go that high in office, like vice presidents, presidents, usually they don't go back down to a lower position after that.
Yep.
You know, they'll write a book or get on some committees for some big businesses and shit like that to make millions of dollars. Because any one of them could write a book and fucking make millions off of just writing a book about their experience.
Here's a good picture. This is from Fox 8 New Orleans last night, right at sunset. That's the St. Louis Cathedral, Jackson Square, right there in the French Quarter. French Quarter's all over.
You took that
That's
shot?
cool. I wish I took that shot.
Uh,
But that's Fox 8 out of New Orleans.
okay.
I mean, that's a nice shot. It's a little dark for me, though. I'd lighten it up just a little. But I love the lighting. And because that was the sunset last night. We had an orange sunset come in. That's crazy. But that right there is St. Louis Cathedral. And this is a big park right in front of it.
All right.
That's good. I like that. This is the picture I liked the most yesterday.
Was that
It's in
your aerial picture?
No, I didn't do that. I like this picture the best. Snow skiing on Bourbon Street.
Bourbon Street, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm surprised somebody isn't on there with a snowmobile.
Johnny went flying the Avata 2 over the snow. He put it up.
He should be flying the Neo.
Yeah.
Best drone ever made, right, Joe?
Yeah, right. Best paperweight. Yeah, he's flying it over the field next to his house. It's cool. Well, his driveway, like,
So Justin, that you're not, are you doing the bus riding or no?
Yeah, I gotta go back here in a little while.
Because I didn't know whether or not they,
Half
it
our
was cold,
kids.
it was cold enough so they, no school.
No, it ain't. No, it's not even that bad down here where I'm at.
Johnny's flying from inside.
Now, half our kids this morning didn't show up, so I'm sure that's probably because of the cold, but no, they're not going to cancel school. I mean, it was just cold and rainy. Rain's normal here, so that's not out of the ordinary. So,
So what does the driver do in that case when they're riding, they're doing a route, they have normal stops and they're going down the road and there's no student out there? Do they just keep on going and don't stop, or do they stop?
no, technically, you have to stop for like 20 seconds, open the doors, and then drive off.
Okay.
No, you technically have to stop at the stop. Now, in the afternoon, when the kids get on from the school, if you know a kid's not on the bus, you can bypass the stop. You don't have to stop.
Okay, so you know,
And you can readjust your route accordingly. So if like there's 2 or 3 students that you might have to go a little ways out of the way to drop off and they all happen to not be on the bus, you can change your route on the fly to readjust for that if you know your area real well. So the problem is like when you go in the morning to pick students up, you have no idea whether they're going to be there or not, but you still have to show up. At least in the afternoon time, you know who's on your bus, so you know who's not gonna,
right.
what stops you don't have to stop at, so you can just skip those. There's no reason to go out of your way to a bus stop if the student's not on the bus. Now they have a system where the parents can track the bus now like a damn Amazon package. So
Oh, they know where the bus is?
Yeah, and they know what time it's gonna like how it's just like Amazon. It's like when the students like 9 or 10 stops from their stop, it will pop up on their app, and then they can see
Wow.
where the bus is.
Technology, huh?
Now, whether that's a good thing, I don't know, because that seems to be kind of a security thing in my eyes, but whatever. Something they're implementing, so. But yeah, they can log in through the school on that, and the parents can through the parents portal. See where the bus is when it's so many stops away from their kid's stop. And then it'll give them an estimated time of drop off and all that. Oh yeah, they're getting real fancy with these buses now. All the shit they're adding on to them. Like they all have
Do
Wi-Fi
any of
now.
them have music or sound inside or no?
Yeah, there's stereos in there. Most of the drivers don't use them, but yeah. There's speakers and stuff all down the side of the bus. But they have, like now they have red light cameras on the buses, high speed red light cameras that will catch your license plate if you pass the bus when it's stopped. They have cameras all inside, outside the buses. Yeah, those things are, they all got Wi-Fi systems in them. So any of the students, if they want to connect to the Wi-Fi in the bus, or they can do that. Just funny because if I'm not working and I'm driving around, I'll actually be picking up all the damn buses as I'm passing them. It'll auto connect to the bus because it's the same password for every bus. So just a universal password. So once you put it in, it will automatically connect to any bus you drive by or get close to. Sometimes I'll be going down the road and the bus will come up next to me and on my phone will try to connect to it. Yeah, they make from what I've been told, they make a few 100,000 a year off of red light tickets from off the buses.
Really?
It goes right to the buses. Yeah, it goes right to the county bus division, I guess you want to call it. They get all the money for that, so. But
They got,
but the thing is each ticket has to be verified by an actual sheriff's deputy. So they have like a whole team of sheriff's deputies that sit in an office and they just review red light camera tickets all day. Because they have to make sure that it's 100% was the car's fault before they can issue the ticket. It's a requirement. So they have to review each ticket individually and decide whether it's the bus didn't put out the stop arms correctly, or if the car may not had time to stop because the driver wasn't paying attention to the traffic when they put the stop arms out. Some drivers will do that. There will be a car coming doing, 30, 40 down a road, and all of a sudden they'll throw the stop arms out as the car is coming up to their front bumper and they don't have time to stop. And so they won't issue that person a ticket because the bus driver technically should have waited till that car passed and then put the stop arms out. They're supposed to make sure cars have enough time to stop safely. And it's Sarah's mom was on her bus this morning, put her stop arms out. Somebody stopped, and then another car came creaming behind them. Boom, right in the ass end of them. Big ass
Wow.
Jeep took out a little white car. Wasn't paying attention. And creamed right in the back of crashed right in the back of the other car. Didn't do anything to the bus. But some of these bus stops are off of like main highways, like Highway 27. That's a 3-lane highway each way. And when they pull off to the side and they put those stop arms out, everybody on that one side has to stop. All 3 lanes. So, and those cameras can read out up to 4 lanes wide. So
wow.
if you drive by it, it will catch your license plate and a picture of you. The only ones that don't have to stop are the ones on the other side because there's a medium in between. If you have a medium in between, then the other side doesn't have to stop. They can keep going. But those bus stops, yeah, those are some wild ones, the ones that are off the big highways. Because you'll get cars, like you'll get 10, 15 cars just blatantly drive right past the bus like ain't no big deal.
Yeah, Johnny put his video in the chat, the one he did up by his house with the snow. Yeah, it's too cold. So I don't want to go outside. I don't want to go outside yet and see if I can get the car going. I really want to go fly those duck ponds before they open up tomorrow. Because I know there's going to be ice and might be ice on the ponds. But I don't want to. Oh, I saw a picture. I saw a picture last night somebody put on, and it was the Mississippi River by New Orleans, and it had a couple of sheets of ice on top. It wasn't as much as Paul has on the river behind him, but it had a couple of those because the wind was blowing so hard, the very top layers were freezing.
Wow.
And that was strange because Mississippi River's 3 times the width of that of yours.
Johnny didn't even go outside and flew. He stayed in the house and flew from inside.
Yeah, he flew it from the inside. I looked at his video. Stayed inside. Yeah, they were showing Mandeville roads, and it's just, I don't want to get on those roads. I'm probably fine, but I don't want to do it.
Poor neighbors, all they saw was Johnny standing in a big picture window and his robe open.
As long as he's got his road closed, he's good.
Speedo on with the robe open. Yeah, I'm not some
Well,
one. Goggles on his face.
don't even say that. I don't want a picture. I don't even want a mental picture of that, please. Let me think of something else. A dead cat, something. I only think an ugly woman, that'd be better. Come on, ugly woman.
Just do like Chevy Chase and think of some woman out by the pool, middle of winter.
Well, they got a couple. Liz, her daughter was a cheerleader. Her son played football, and they got a pool in their backyard. The husband is a FBI agent here in Louisiana, and they got a picture of them. They're going swimming yesterday in the pool. I thought they're a bunch of idiots.
Was their pool heated? Yeah, but was their pool heated?
I don't know if their pool's heated or not, but not according to her face when she got in it. Her face didn't look like anything was heated.
Oh, they're doing a polar plunge, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, no, wait, it might have been heated, okay? Because he's in pretty good shape. And when he got out the pool, in front of his junk, there was a smiley face. So I'm thinking there was a shrinkage, you know?
Yeah, a heated pool would be nice in weather like that, except for just getting out of the pool and going to the house.
Oh, tell me about it.
That's the rough part.
You saw the pictures where my pool's at. It's about 100 yards. And they got a hot tub. We used to go down on days like that, like yesterday, and we go down there and we wear a robe and wear our stuff and jump in the hot tub and sit in the hot tub like that. Then they got Bill that lived across the complex. The sucker was in the Navy, okay? This sucker would walk across in weather like that in his bathing suit with a towel on his shoulder and his glass of wine. And he'd walk over, get in there, and just sit there, drink his glass of wine, and then he'd get up, dry himself off, and walk back in the cold weather. And he did that all. He looked down in. He's in a hot tub, you know, all the time.
All right.
Well, I don't think I'm getting a king cake this year.
No?
Shoot, the ugly, the ones that don't even taste good are $20.
Have you found you haven't found a food app for that yet?
There's nothing for that. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go buy me a cinnamon roll, like a Pillsbury cinnamon roll pack, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'll make it like king cake shape, and I'll just change the color icing.
You don't know somebody that makes them, or you can't make it yourself, though?
Well, I could make it myself if I wanted to. Johnny makes them.
All right, I'm jumping off. I'll catch y'all later.
Okay.
See you later.
Yeah. I got to figure out what I'm gonna eat this breakfast. I got up and Johnny was on, so I went straight on. Dogs look like mine's crazy because I didn't cook for them.
Kate's just making some bacon butties.
I think this morning I'm gonna go ahead and make some grits, sausage, and eggs. I said I'll make some grits, sausage, and eggs. And Cleo turned around and looked up at me. You heard me. I'm gonna make some food. She's sleeping and turned around and just looked at me. I'm gonna make some grits and eggs and sausage.
And
He said, oh, you talking about making food?
you put them together, or do you have them in separate plates?
Oh, no, they're
Same
they're
plate,
same plate.
God,
same
Right,
plate. I got the
having-
over easy eggs, the sausage on the side, and then the grits with butter.
but grits is porridge.
Not if
Kinda.
it's thicker porridge, yes.
Yeah,
Oh, I
it's
only
not
eat
as sweet.
I only eat my porridge thick.
Yeah, I-12, they got whoever's on I-12 right now, this is one of their winter alert calls. He's flying down I-12. They got a clear lane. But you're not passing anybody because there's ice in another lane. Hey, he said I could probably drive right up the road and do that. But I want to get to the stadium. I want to get to the stadium the day before that snow thaws and get that stadium from up above. The stadium will look cool. Yeah, I might have to try later. I'll wait a little while.
Did
I'm
did
gonna
it stop
take a-
snowing yet?
Oh, it stopped snowing yesterday at 5 o'clock.
Oh, so this is just the aftermath then.
Yeah, and I put like this, nothing's snowing because it's still all up in the trees. And we're still 22 degrees. In City Park. Yeah. City Park in New Orleans is covered with snow.
Really?
Yeah. Unbelievable. The lagoon, the fishing lagoon that goes all through it, got a
Yeah,
sheet of ice over the whole thing.
no kidding.
Oh yeah, it's that cold. So I'm saying I know those duck ponds are gonna be frozen. That's why I would love to go over it now. I just did the flight a couple of days ago before I did that. They look hard enough in City Park. They got alligators. They look hard enough in City Park. You may see one of them. What they do is they get close to the surface and they stick their nose up. So when it freezes, their nose stays out.
Mhm.
They like go in a dormant state until it warms up again.
Have they got
Well,
a three-time live camera in
what-
New Orleans then?
what do you think, Joe?
Yeah, I'm gonna go fix something to eat. Then I'm gonna put on some heavier clothes and decide whether I'm gonna go try to get the stuff off my car. Make sure my car starts. It should.
There you go. Yeah, you don't want to make
You know?
plans to go someplace and the car doesn't start.
Well, if it doesn't start, I got the thing I could jump it with, so I'm not worried about that.
Oh, okay,
I got the battery pack. I could pick on it and it'll go right up.
okay. All right,
But I think
everybody.
it'll be
Hey,
fine.
thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again later today.
See you later.
Bye
Okay,
for now,
so,
Mark. Take care.